Hello friends, Miss Christine here at the Moore Park City Library. We just got done with our story time where our theme today was Independence Day or the 4th of July, and so I wanted to show you how to make your own patriotic blower for this Saturday's event. These are super simple and fun to make. Here's what you need. You'll need a cardboard tube. You can use a paper towel tube or a toilet paper one. Blue paint. I have a white paint pen. You could also use markers, crayons, and stickers if you had them. I just prefer to use paint, so that's what I'm using today. And you can use red and white cray paper, which is what you would use to decorate a party. But because I didn't have any at the library, I actually had tissue paper, the kind that you would put inside a gift bag. So I'm going to be using tissue paper instead, and then you're going to need some glue. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take your toilet paper tube or your cardboard tube, and you're going to want to paint it blue. So I went ahead and painted this right before we started the video because I wanted to make sure that it would be dry. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add some white stars to it. I have a white paint pen. But this is where you could use stickers, and it doesn't have to be paint. Like I said, any sort of crafting supplies, whether it's crayons, markers, chalk, whatever you want to use is good. And you don't even have to use red, white, and blue. The reason that I'm using those colors is because it's the same colors as our flag. And traditionally, when you celebrate Independence Day or the 4th of July, people wear these colors. So that's why I'm doing our patriotic blower in red, white, and blue. So I'm going to take that white paint pen, and I'm just going to do a whole bunch of stars, and just randomly. Now, on my very first one that I did, let me just get these stars on there. Oops. Now, you want to make sure that you don't touch it like I just did, because even though it's a paint pen, it's still wet. So what I'm going to do, since I touched it and kind of smushed it, I'm just going to give it a bunch of dots now. Because when you look up in the sky at the stars, don't they look like these dots? All right. There we go. And I'm going to give that just a minute to dry. And I wanted to show you with my original sample, I painted it and then I took silver glitter and actually put it on top of my paint. And I wanted to give you a tip. So the way I had it before, the glitter was falling off. But if you put just a clear layer of glue on top of it, so I painted it and I put glitter, I waited for that to dry, and then I went back and put a layer of glue. Now the glitter doesn't come off, or it doesn't come off as easily of my cardboard tube. Okay, so next we need to create these red and white pieces of tissue. So I already pre-cut my tissue using the paper cutter. And for those of you at home, I would say don't go any longer than 12 inches and then maybe about an inch wide. If you're using the cray paper, you're gonna wanna cut 3 12-inch strips of red and 3 12-inch strips of white. If you're using tissue paper, you can go ahead and pre-cut them. Like I said, no longer than 12 inches. These are a bit shorter, but probably no longer than like an inch and a half wide. So we're gonna take our strips of red and white and we're gonna alternate them inside. So I'll take my glue. I'm gonna do a thin layer of glue on on the end of our strip of red. And I'm just gonna glue this inside of the paper tube. Okay, and I'm going to alternate my colors. I'm gonna create a pattern. So I'm gonna go red, white, red, white, red, white. And I'm gonna keep doing that pattern until all of the space is covered. So let's go ahead and do our white. Let's do a red, and you can see this one's a little bit thicker, but that's okay. Okay, and then white. And then the next color is going to be red. And then we're gonna do one more strip of white. And that should completely cover, yep, completely covers that inside there. So they're glued all around the inside of my tube. Now you're gonna want to wait at least 15 minutes for the glue to dry. And if you wanted to, you could take scissors and you could actually cut these strips in half so that you have even more pieces of tissue that will move when you blow air through them. Now, this hasn't dried completely yet. It has definitely not been 15 minutes. I don't think it's even been a minute since I said we should wait. But I'm gonna show you the best way to use your Patriotic blower is not to put your lips on the paper tube here. If you notice, it really didn't move. But keep it about, I don't know, 6 inches from your face, or 3 to 6 inches, I'd say, and then give a nice big blow, and it works much better. Now I'm gonna hold off on blowing into this one because I really want that glue to set, and you could just set it upside down, and we'll go back to this one. Okay, and you can see how nicely those pieces of tissue kind of move around with the air. So that's it for our craft today. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you and your family have a fun, safe 4th of July weekend. I know that it looks different than what we're used to in the past, but there's still a lot of things that we can do at home to celebrate this Independence Day. Well, that's it for me, you guys. I'll see you next Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. here on our Facebook Live. Bye-bye.